Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to yet another exciting presentation on entrepreneurship. Today we'll be looking at the third and final part of the introduction to innovation and entrepreneurship. I am your one and only presenter, Tutor Maruston. The content today we'll be looking at wage employment versus self-employment, the challenging career options, and also we'll look at creativity and innovation. Wage employment versus self-employment, the challenging career options. Whatever level of education one may have, one has broadly two career options: wage employment and self-employment. We look at wage employment. What is wage employment? It is when someone is employed by another person or organization who agrees to pay him or her a fixed amount of money daily, weekly, or monthly. It is a career opportunity where one can be employed in a government department, public or private sector, accepting a fixed wage or salary. Self-employment. This is where one draws a livelihood from ownership and management of one's own employment. In this career option, one perceives or innovates an idea, organizes production or service by mobilizing resources, and finally markets the production and services. So such a person can grow to become an entrepreneur. We tend to differences between wage employment and self-employment. We'll look at the concepts and then we'll compare between wage employment and self-employment. When you look at the concept of nature, for wage employment, it is self-saturating. A self-saturated employee is one who is thoroughly disengaged with his or her work due to lack of interest. But when you look at self-employment, there it is self-generating. This is when an employee has interest in his work, and this interest is proceeding from natural feeling or impulse without external stimulus. When we look at the concept of scope, for wage employment, the scope is limited. But for self-employment, the scope is unlimited. You look at orientation, for wage employment, it is a routine type, status quo, problem avoidance, and independent. For self-employment, it is creative, innovative, problem-solving, and independent. We look at satisfaction. For wage employment, it is through compliance. This is compliance to the regulations and laws of the employer. For self-employment, it is through pursuing own ideas and creativity. We look at the concept of contribution. There we find that with wage employment, it consumes national resources in case of those working for government departments. For self-employment, it generates national wealth. When we look at the earnings, for wage employment, the earnings are fixed and subsistence. subsistence here, we mean getting just enough to spend on the basic needs and no more. But for self-employment, the earnings are growing and generating surplus. Then what about the concept of status here? What is the status? For wage employment, you are an employee. But as for self-employment, you are an employer. We now turn to advantages of self-employment. The advantages are that in self-employment, you lead rather than follow. It is also easy to implement ideas. There is also creativity. There is unlimited potential income. There is independence. There is taking initiative and risks. It controls work environment and gives orders to others. Disadvantages of self-employment: you have long, irregular working hours, broad responsibilities, you need to take risks, the income may not be stable or steady, and there are no fringe benefits. You are always involved in finances, there is no time to do perfect work, the future is uncertain, and learning never ends. It is also hard to delegate work. Advantages of wage employment: there is a specific and fixed responsibility. Also, the income is steady. The fringe benefits are there. The hours are fixed. You have more certain future and the span of control. By span of control, it means the number of subordinates or direct reports a supervisor is responsible for. Disadvantages of wage employment: it follows order. There's ability is not easily recognized. There's set income, limited responsibility. It's also difficult to implement on ideas, and it's dependent on the employer, and there's minimum risk. We turn to creativity and innovation. The small-scale businesses' survival borders on their ability to apply creativity and innovation to solve problems and exploit opportunities that we face every day. Creativity is the ability to develop new ideas, and innovation is the ability to apply those new ideas. Therefore, creativity is thinking new things, and innovation is doing new things. Successful entrepreneurs come up with new ideas and then find ways to make them work to solve a problem or to fill a need. This is true to all businesses, whether big or small, whether public or private or government, and no matter what industry they are in. Entrepreneurship is the result of a disciplined, systematic process of applying creativity and innovation to needs and opportunities in the market. Now, there are always barriers to creativity. So what are some of the barriers to creativity? the barriers are as follows: searching for the right answer, focusing on being logical, blindly following the rule, constantly being practical, viewing play as frivolous, becoming overly specialized, avoiding ambiguity, fearing looking foolish, fearing mistakes and failure, and believing that I am creative. How can we enhance creativity? We can do so by introducing creativity as a core company value, by embracing diversity, by expecting creativity, by expecting and tolerating failure, by encouraging curiosity, by creating a change of scenery periodically, and viewing problems as challenges, providing creative thinking, providing support, developing a procedure for capturing ideas, speaking with customers, and rewarding creativity. This marks the end of my presentation. Kindly subscribe for more videos.